Welcome to today's video, and today's video is going to be why guys who are attractive suffer like pretty women. All right, so I have this article here. We're going to go through it. I'm going to interject with my 2 cents here and there, and so let's continue with the article. So why pretty girls can be so vulnerable to bullying. Same thing for us. Men are just as catty as women. All right, weak men. See, beauty brings undeniable benefits, but there's a flip side to that as well. On January 14, 2010, 15-year-old Phoebe Prince hung herself at her family's apartment in South Hadley, Massachusetts, following a relentless campaign of taunting, gossip, and bullying by other teens at her high school. Phoebe's body was discovered by her 12-year-old sister. What a shame. And one of her last text messages began with the phrase, "I can't take much more." Phoebe was a pretty girl who had moved to South Hadley from Ireland and a little more than just a year before her death. How terrible. The bullying began after she had a brief romantic fling with a boyfriend of one of her principal tormentors. You see, that's what happened to me at Gold's Gym, right? That's why I left, because some jealous dude, because his beautiful friend or girlfriend or whatever wanted to be in a relationship with me. I mean, I was attracted to her too, but to get involved in that dynamic, no thanks. You know, to have a relationship with someone and someone else is going to be in that person's ear, it doesn't work out too well for you. I already tried that. It doesn't bring me any peace. The 5 teenagers who orchestrated Phoebe's persecution were eventually convicted on charges of criminal harassment and sentenced to probation and community service. The most consistent flavor of the insults hurled at her was that she was a slut. Same thing here. Oh, you don't want a relationship with him. He sleeps with everybody, blah, blah, blah. I've been celibate for 13 years, okay? I've been celibate for 13 years, but see, this is what people say. Why have I been celibate for 13 years? Well, child support. I don't need the state and the federal government making money off of me, my ex-partner, and a child, because that's what child support is. It's the state and the federal government coming together to make money off of you. They're not there for the kids. Trust me, they don't give a shit. Another thing that why I'm celibate is because women can say anything nowadays, right? He raped me, and it's believe all women, right? Most women are narcissistic, men too, okay? So they can say whatever they want. Let's say we're having a disagreement. Let's say I stand up for myself, right? Let's say I stand up for myself, and I said, no, I ain't taking your shit, because I won't. And guess what? Let's say the neighbor calls the cops, and the cops come over. Oh, well, we got to take you, the male, to jail. I don't want to go to jail just because I'm having an argument with someone who can't understand what I'm saying, or whatever the argument's about. Doesn't matter. The point is, I don't want to be kicked out of my house. See what I'm saying? I haven't experienced that. I haven't dealt with that for 13 years because I'd rather have peace and quiet. My video games, going out to the beach, meditating, going out on rides, watching sunsets in peace. That's why I've been celibate for 13 years. As it turns out, looks and reputation for sexual fidelity are prime targets of women and men engaged in competition with each other for romantic partners. See? Oh, I want to have sex with you too, so I'm going to go do all these things. Dude, have at it, bro. Have at it. I've dated and slept with women for 35 years. I think I've had enough, bro. Okay? 35 years. From Hawaii to the Middle East and in between, I had enough. I'm not saying I won't go with someone who is like falls from heaven, That's one thing. That's a unicorn, okay? So I'd rather have fun and peace and make videos right here to help people. Unfortunately, the tragic story of Phoebe is not an isolated incident. 15-year-old Cora Delisle, I hope I'm saying that right, of Ohio, killed herself in exactly the same way following an almost identical campaign of gossip and harassment. In 2014, poor her. In 2017, a 10-year-old. See what I'm saying? People are hell. Mario, why do you have a small circle? Because people are hell. So a 10-year-old, last name Davis, hung herself in her Colorado home after being bullied for weeks. 10 years old. Wow. Only a few weeks after her death, 13-year-old Rosalie in California suffered the same fate by hanging after being ostracized, gossiped about, and bullied. I go through the same thing wherever I go, whether it's at work. Women want to sleep with me, and I'm like, you have nothing to offer me, ma'am. You have nothing to offer me. You have a husband, you have 3 kids, you're sleeping with the boss, you're sleeping with this guy, and you're sleeping with this other good dude that you just destroyed his marriage. What am I going to get out of the deal? How dare you want to give me nothing to sleep with me? How dare you? People think that they have the right to you. Mean Girls are more than just a stereotype. It has been well established that men are more physically aggressive than women. Of course, why throw that in, right? But what we don't talk about is the emotional abuse that women do. However, women are more likely to engage in what's called indirect relationship aggression. And gossip is often the weapon of choice. Consequently, women are more likely than men to ostracize others, and sex difference that shows up as early as 6. They're the same. Men are just as horrible as women. So writer Danielle related her anguish upon hearing about the Mean Girls in her daughter's kindergarten class. Kindergarten? Wow. Because she's pretty, because you're attractive. Oh, you're going to take all the boys away from us. Or, oh, my girl's going to want you. I've been wanting to sleep with this girl and she likes you. Weak men make for hard times. According to her daughter, the Mean Girls would tell her that she was ugly and excluded her from games because they didn't like her clothes. How petty. All these people are doing is projecting. These people are really dumb. Eventually turned embarrassment when her own mother reminded her that she had made one of her best friends cry in first grade by telling her that she would only be her friend on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because she was not important enough to be all 5. That sounds like that's a learned behavior from your mom, perhaps. Maybe your mom's a narcissist. Where do you think she got it from, Mom? You. Motivation for relational aggression can be as trivial as simple as boredom. Yep. But it is more often transpires in relationships for perceived slights, envy, or physical appearances or romantic competition. Beauty in one woman can bring out the beast in others. Same thing with men. I experienced this. I still continue to experience this. These men are so weak. They don't want to sleep with you because they know you're weak, bro. All right. That's why they don't want to sleep with you. Oh, that girl that I've been eyeing over there, she likes you. Yeah. Because I do my own thing. I don't give a shit what people think. And I'm not doing what you're doing. All right. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't pursue women. I don't watch P-Hub. And I don't do I don't touch myself. So I do all these things that most men can't. So go over there. Sit the fuck down. The fact that highly attractive adolescent girls like Phoebe Prince are the greatest risk of victimization is consistent with the notion that mate competition is primary motive for such behavior. See, these guys can't sleep with the women that are attracted to me because I'm doing something. I'm not chasing them. I'm on my own business. I'm going for my goals. These are all things that women look for in men. They're not doing anything. They're not happy with their lives. They have a woman, but they're unhappy with that woman, right? They're not doing anything. And they're watching P-Hub and stroking it to the east and the west. So women don't like that, okay? They're not, that's not relationship marriage material, all right? But they don't want to do the work. They rather shame you. Women are aware of how easily many men are drawn to physically attractive potential partners. Same thing with men. So it follows that they are the ones who can have their reputation savaged through gossip. Same here. As a way to make them seem less desirable as girlfriends or boyfriends. See what I'm saying? These weak men and women. Oh, so we'll just dirty up your name so they won't sleep with you. Mario, why do you have a small circle? Right here. People are petty. Preventing them from establishing a network of friends and allies. They want to isolate you. See what I'm saying? And keeping them socially powerless. See what I'm saying? In one junior high school, 2 girls circulate a petition after a cute new girl moved in. A petition? The petition was signed by boys who promised that they would never go out with the mega whore. See how pathetic people are. If all else fails, direct physical intimidation can make pretty girls afraid of turning their beauty to their mating advantages. Recently, 4 Russian girls uploaded a video of them forcing another girl to drink from a muddy puddle because she was too pretty. Another example of why I enjoy being alone. Less attractive women are also bullied, of course, but usually for other reasons. A girl not perceived as competition in the mating market may also be likely to be ignored as she is to be bullied. The forthcoming study by social psychologist Tanya, pretty name, and her colleagues confirmed that women are more likely to spread malicious gossip about other women who are either attractive or who dress provocatively. You see, I dress how I want. I do what I want. I stand up for myself. You know, I'm confident in who I am. Why? I beat addiction, right? I beat drugs. I beat alcohol. I beat, you know, my lust for women. I got a hold of myself. And when you know and got a hold of yourself, that's empowering. And these people who don't have any of these get intimidated. Oh, you're making me feel small because you're not doing any work yourself. You're freaking lazy. I want, but you're not willing to put any work or look in the mirror and say, you know what? There are some changes that I need to do or make to be a better person. In other words, women who might distract the attention of potential partners. The fact that the peers who bully attractive girls are generally at least moderately attractive themselves is no coincidence, but rather a reflection of bullies' recognition that they are likely to find themselves in a romantic competition with the target of their aggressions. See? So psychologists, here we go, psychologists. Gail, an international recognized expert on bullying, summarized the relationship between being attractive and being bullied as follows. It's important to note that not only are the weak targeted, but often a girl that is considered to be too pretty, too smart, too nice, and therefore making the other girls feel inferior. No. I don't make men feel inferior. They make themselves feel inferior. They do, because they see the lack in themselves. They want to project. That's what this is. They want to project their insecurities on me. They can't take me down. I would mop the floor with these little bitches. They know they are little bitches. In fact, bullies may describe a target as too full of herself. See? Oh, he's too full of himself. I need to teach him a lesson. Stop touching your penis. You've been touching your penis since you've been 12, but you're going to teach me a lesson? Grow up, princess. And because of the competition and starving for popularity, as well as positions of power, peer groups may form alliances to cast out and isolate the offending girl or guy. See how that works? It goes both ways, people. All right? We suffer just as the pretty girls. If you dare to be an attractive man, and if you dare to stand out from the rest of the low-life coomers, they'll gang up on you, but they still can't beat you. They're an endless example of physical attractive girls being bullied by other girls, and partners regularly share such stories on social medias. One North Shore, Chicago mother of a girl who modeled professionally spoke on the frequency with which her daughter has been told that she's ugly and that she should kill herself. How sick. People. Oh, Mario, why do you enjoy your alone time? Swedish supermodel Paulina reports that she was bullied mercilessly throughout her childhood. Model actress Brittany Mason, a former Miss Indiana, thought about killing herself. This is what low-life people do to attractive people. That's why I don't deal with these people. They can't say to my face they're cowards. To escape her peers' gossiping and bullying. At a homecoming rally at her high school, for example, a group created a poster with her picture on it and waved it around while chanting, "You're ugly." These men, regardless of the trigger for retaliation aggression, the goal is almost always the same: to exclude competitors from one social group and damage their ability to maintain a reliable social network of their own. I enjoy being alone. As it turns out, this is a highly effective way of hurting other men and women, but they don't hurt me because I enjoy being alone. I enjoy my peace. I enjoy my own company. I'm okay. I love myself. I don't need love from any other person. Would I like to be with someone? Sure, of course, under the right, perfect unicorn parameters. But that's not going to happen. Okay? I've accepted it. Okay? It's going to take a very special kind of person to make me want to be in a relationship with someone. Okay? Because women invest, as it turns out, this is highly effective way to hurting other men and women, because women invest more in building friendship networks. This disrupts these networks of social connection with all the more crushing. Beauty can be a curse as well as a blessing. It bestows some undeniable advantages to those who possess it. You see, the reason you, not you personally, but these not so good looking people, you weren't given the looks because you would abuse it. You'd be the type to sit around and do nothing. You'd want to be taken care of. Okay, you wouldn't want to do like videos. You wouldn't want to learn. You wouldn't want to be a good person and help other people. You see, you wouldn't. If you had it, you'd abuse it. That's why you don't have it. That's why God doesn't give wings to scorpions. It sounds better in Spanish, but you get the point. It bestows some undeniable advantages of those who possess it, but it can also paint a target on their back. And that's what I have, a target on my back, just because I'm an attractive man, just because I pull so many women, you know. And this is a video to let you know, ladies, that it's not just you. And men, it also happens to us. So be careful with working on yourself, because you will bring this shit out of people and they'll come after you, you know. But you got to be strong and you got to stand on your own, and don't let these people face you. They're weak for a reason. They're not going to do anything against you because they already tried. They already tried and they can't take me out. They won't take me out, and they've gotten 4 or 5 of their buddies and they still can't take me out. That's why they do what they do, because they're weak. And I will see you in a later video.